Good morning, IP3. Welcome to class. I hope you guys are ready for today's lesson. Now, today's lesson is a continuation of what we have done in class, and previously we did metric measurement of length. Okay, um, we actually did look at the different units, okay, the different units of measuring length, and we looked at about 7, but we only mainly looked at 2, and that was meters and kilometers. And also we did look at decimeters as well. And that is going to apply to capacity as well, okay? There are different units for measuring capacity, but today we're only going to be looking into liters and milliliters, right? Now let's get into it. Now capacity, let me make this bigger for you. Capacity is just the amount a container can hold. Okay, it could be amount of water, amount of any liquid a container can hold. Okay, you can measure capacity using measuring jugs. Okay, and as I said, for today we are only going to be looking into liters and milliliters. Now, a liter is larger than a milliliter, as we already learned in class. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. Sorry, there's a typo here that I need to fix. All right. For example, if you have water in a bottle, you will measure that using liters, okay? Because that's a large amount of water, or say water in a sink, or water in a 5-liter container. You measure that in liters. But if you're talking about water in a teaspoon, or water in a cup or a glass, that is a very small amount that will be measured in liters. Okay, so as I've given an example here, water in a bottle is measured in liters, while medicine in a dropper is measured in milliliters. Okay, like say for example, the eye drops that you put in your eyes, that can only be measured in milliliters. Okay, and further examples, water in a teacup is it measured in liters or milliliters? The correct one should be milliliters because it's quite small. Okay, water in a bathtub is measured in liters. Now, if you guys were here, I'd ask you to look at this diagram on the right and tell me whether you think each container can hold less than a liter or more than a liter. So like this measuring cup here, this measuring cup, by looking at it, it would hold less than a liter. This container here looks like it would hold more than a liter. Then you have a spoon. A spoon is going to hold less than a liter. And then there's a glass. The glass here is going to hold less than a liter. There's a bucket. A bucket is going to hold more than a liter, sorry. And then also this can here is going to definitely hold more than a liter. Okay, all of this is just to stress on the fact that liters are more than milliliters, because this spoon you measure in milliliters, this glass you measure in milliliters, and also this measuring cup you also use milliliters to calibrate it. Okay, let's move on to converting liters to milliliters. What's happening? Okay, now just like the way we did with length, okay, we converted from meters to decimeters and then decimeters to meters. Today we are only going to be looking into one. In our next lesson we'll do something else. So today I want us to convert from liters to milliliters, and then in our next lesson we'll convert from milliliters to liters. Now, I don't know if you want to stop the video right now and go back to your books, but I remember telling you guys, and I told you guys to put this in your notes, that when you are converting a bigger unit to a smaller unit, you always multiply. Okay, so there are two ways you can approach it. You do the multiplication way or the addition way. Though the addition way might become a bit too much way, especially when you have to deal with bigger numbers. Okay, let's say we want to convert 2 liters to milliliters. All right, we know that 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. So what we can do is break down 2 liters into small parts of 1 liter. So this should be 1 liter plus 1 liter. But you already know that 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. So this represents that, and this represents that. So therefore 2 liters essentially is 1000 milliliters plus 1000 milliliters, which is 2000 milliliters. Okay, or as I said, we are converting a bigger unit to a smaller unit. You simply just multiply. You say 2 times 1000 milliliters, which should give you 2000 milliliters. At this point, I do not require you guys to know a certain one. All you have to do is pick one that you feel more comfortable with and then work with that. Okay, so the next one, this is your turn. Okay, at this point you can pause the video, or go back to your slides and do this by yourself. Okay, I want you to convert 7 liters into milliliters or 3 liters into milliliters. You see, these ones would be very easy, especially if you're breaking it down into the addition ones, because this for 7 liters you'll add 1 liter 7 times. For 3 liters you'd add 1 liter 3 times. But for 10 liters it's going to be a bit too much. So this is where the multiplication comes in, right? Anyways, make sure you do this. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me and ask your questions via my email, or yeah. And there's also a video here I have attached. If you, in case you didn't understand something, look through this video. I'm sure it will make everything much clearer. All right. I do hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.